I have a question for the caller. What kind of side effects did she have from her body? I don't know if you still talk to this lady now, but when she kind of crazy from all the.
Well, the thing is, we worked in the courts together, and she seemed normal. Okay. It was nothing like, it was just a regular thing. We'll go to the bathroom, and she'll tell me, oh, look at my breasts. You think and they look real. I'm like, no, these are real. She was like, nope, they're fake. Look at my lips. Nope, they're fake. And then she'll go into the whole thing of having a period, and she really don't want kids, and she want to have that stopped. And then when she had the surgery, not surgery, but something they put in their forearms for birth control thing, but it's a minor, like, open eye surgery kind of thing. They have to put it in there. So when her period stopped, then her next step was her organs. She didn't want that down there at all because she felt like because of her internal organs that make her having this little pouch on the outside of her stomach. So she wanted some sort of flat stomach with big boobs and certain looks, but she didn't look crazy. She didn't act crazy. She went to work every day, did her work, and we talked and on many different levels, many different things, but that was something that she wanted to get rid of.
So she looks good with it.
Yeah, but everybody was concerned was, what does your period and your internal organs have to do with him not feeling right? Like, we didn't get it. But the whole thing was he wanted all those stuff. He didn't want to have kids. He wanted to make sure that no kids, he's not going to have any kids with no woman, nobody. So her period was in the way, her organs was in the way, and it was a whole mess.
Oh, my God.
And believe it or not, there's a lot of girls who are like that, and they just sit there and laugh and have other people laugh, but in reality, they were really doing it. It was like myself and another girl that worked there, I knew exactly she went and got it done.
Mm-hmm. So you saying there's an underground of doctors that will give a young woman...
A couple of them, just like the abortion ones, 1 or 2 in South Florida or upstate in Florida that will do certain, 4-month or 5-month abortions. But there's certain doctors that do the breast surgeries and stuff like that will do stuff like that. But it's not like out in the open. I don't even know which doctor she went to, but she did tell me about the breast doctors and stuff like that. Because normal doctors, her regular gynecologist was telling her they can't see nothing. There's no sonograms or nothing that show that she has some sort of cancer or anything in her uterus.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that. I guess you can pay somebody to do anything, but I'm just wondering, what is this when she really wakes up? What is she going to do when he decides he don't want to be with her no more? She might decide she won't have children, and now her uterus is gone, and ugh.
Yeah, I don't think she'll ever, because the way she was going, I don't think she ever would think like, oh my God, I want to have kids later on. Because somebody who wants kids and would think about themselves, would love themselves, I don't think they will go off in those.
So what happens down there on the beach? Are they like getting discovered in entertainment? Is that why they're making sure?
Oh, big boobs. It's like big money down here, especially in South Beach. We have girls who came from all over, don't know nobody in South Florida, and all of a sudden they have their breasts done and they're walking all, with their bathing suits in South Beach, thinking that some rapper or some famous people is going to pass by, and some eye with money is going to look at them, and boom, there goes their careers.
Oh, so that does help. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Certain things, they do it. There's a method to their madness.
Okay, 954. Did you have a comment, 954?
Oh, no, I really couldn't hear. I thought it was something wrong with the board, but now I can hear you.
Oh, I don't know why. I guess it's like when I unmuted, you can hear it. Child, I don't know.
But, yeah, it's crazy down here in South Florida, for real.
No, it's just, it's just a lot of stuff down here, whereas some would claim they're bisexual, but trisexual. So there's a lot of things going on, and people are not, and they don't have an outlet to say, a common sense outlet to say, you know what, those things you're doing, you need to put a stop to it, because you're going to catch something, and you're going to end up giving something to all these people that you're messing with.
But you know what? I heard HIV was high down there in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Fort Lauderdale is number 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Fort Lauderdale.
I heard a lot of them Spanish people got it, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of them they're in high school students.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and
yeah, a lot of them are high school students. Yeah.
The high school I went to in Miramar High School, it was the top in the country supposedly for HIV with the students.
Yeah, because everything down in South Florida, not to cut you off, 954, is all about looks. It's not really about an education. It's all about cars, looks, and how many, what I can get and for how much money I can get it. And it's just a hot mess. And you have a lot of Hispanic people down here in South Florida who a lot of black folks are starting to look at, oh, my God, I don't feel pretty. I have to have this silky hair, or I have to have this kind of look in order for me to pass through. And that's causing a whole HIPAA mess down here.
Wow, what are the girls doing?
Down here in South Florida, the black girls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first and foremost, number one is you're cut off from your economic situations. Like when you graduate from high school, it's very tough, or college with a degree, it's very hard, especially in Miami, for you to get a job because now it requires Spanish. Everything is Spanish. So now you're off to be like, okay, I have to be with either a Hispanic man or this and that. But these Hispanic guys are looking at them as whores and bitches. It's, excuse my French, but that's exactly because they think the same way like white folks think, but back then. What? Because majority of them are Cuban down here, but the other Hispanics have the same like mentality. Like a black woman, if all of a sudden is, just like the way white folks think back in the days. Those who really need to get out of the country and travel.
I got a comment. Well, I was going through the Miami airport, going to Jamaica, and a lot of the Cuban ladies was rude. I'm a black girl. A lot of the Cuban ladies gave me a lot of attitude, and I was trying to figure out, what was that about?
That's every day, because in their mind, they're thinking that African Americans, is all they do is get high, don't work, don't have an education, and here they are coming in this country. How could those African Americans, they don't know the history of this country. So here I am, and the thing that you're going to keep hearing down in Miami is, oh, my father or my mother came from Cuba with nothing, and look what they've made for themselves. But they fail to realize, let me tell you something, it's a lot of mess, and a lot of people don't see it that way because they refuse to see it that way. If you see it that way and you vocalize in the workplace in Miami, more than likely you will not get the next job because a phone call will be made and you'll be blackballed.
What?
Yeah,
She's
speaking the truth. She's speaking the truth, Alexyss.
That's
how it is down here.
I'm not somebody who just make things up. I sit there and study and then write about it. And
no, I heard this from a girl that works at my beauty shop. She told me earlier this year that she had went down to Miami and there was a black guy into music. And she said that he asked her, are you going to be comfortable where we can ready to go in Miami? Because I usually don't take no black girls. I don't date no black girls.
You going to sit down there or you going upstairs?
Or no black-looking girls.
One more?
It's always Latino. So that's all he dealt with.
Yeah.
And so, and she said, like, when she went and she met the Latino girls, they were really nice to her. And they told her that they were surprised that she was so cool because usually the other black girls that come around them get jealous. And, have an issue with them because they Latino. I guess they're supposed to be prettier or look better than the black girls.
Right.
And
yeah.
So they were saying that she wasn't intimidated by them, and she found them very nice and had a good time with them. And then she was saying that black women, I guess the other black women get it harder. They don't like to. The black men even don't even want to. They want to deal with no black woman coming from what they said, Liberty City or the in Florida, to the ghetto, because those black women don't pick themselves up. They do a lot of
and that is not the case at all.
So I mean, ghetto, and then it's a dark skin, light skin issue. They said if a black woman come down there, if she has a certain complexion, then the Latinos will treat her a certain way. But if she's a real dark skin black woman that has so-called regular African features, she gets a lot of disrespect, or a certain place she can't really get in and get treated the same way.
The person is right on point, and
that's
when you look,
because this girl that told me is real dark skinned. She's beautiful, but she's dark skinned, and she said that that's what she noticed when they were down, and this is what the Latino girls were telling her and the black guys were telling her, and she said that if they see a black woman coming, and if she's lighter complexion or she has kind of an exotic look, they will come off a lot of times, start speaking Spanish to her and assume that she got some Spanish or something in her, or she